I don't blame the employees because they weren't the ones that put the law into place. They might have thought like this is a good idea,
Mm-hmm.
but now reality sets in. They shouldn't even
Yeah.
have that idea. $20 an hour, that's like I don't, that's that's crazy. $20 an hour
I don't.
for fast food.
It's I don't know because in my mind it's like to me I always thought it's like basic math, right? You're gonna pay, you're gonna your costs as far as paying your employees is gonna go up. So you gotta make up for that. Where do you make up for that? It's like okay, well I gotta charge the customer more now. You know what I mean? Or if I don't raise my prices that much, I gotta pay these people less somehow, which is cutting hours, right? So
Mm-hmm.
it's like a lot of the it's a California thing, right? So a lot of the stuff for that to go into effect, it was just a lot of pandering, a lot of this sounds awesome. You know what I mean? Which again, to the young voter, you tell them something they want to hear, something's gonna be free, something's gonna be cheap. They're fucking broke. They're not working really. You know, they're they want to rely on somebody else still. So they hear all that stuff, and they go, yeah, I'm gonna vote for that. I want that to pass. And then when it passes, they're all excited. And now they're
Yeah.
dealing with the consequences of the bad policy that got put in place. And
I have a
it's
question for
like,
you.
yeah,
At what point do you think that they admit that they were wrong about this,
I
and and
mean,
and, and not just admit, but possibly even consider reversing the minimum wage for fast food workers?
you mean like the politicians or the actual workers, or like to say the people that voted for it?
Well, just anybody. Just at what point do you think you turn on the news? Let's just say KTLA, because that's
Hmm.
the big one in Los Angeles, right? At what
Hmm.
point do you think on KTLA they go, well, this was a bad idea, and people just start actually asking
I
their local representatives, how do we reverse this?
well, this the second
How
I
do
would is
how do I get
the,
three people back into Jamba Juice?
the second the way I think the second I would have seen my hours got cut as the worker, that's when I would been like, all right, no, this is dumb, right? As the worker, as the person being affected, their income being affected. As soon as my check isn't the same as it used to be, if I'm getting less when I'm getting more per hour, then there's a problem, right? As a worker. Um, but as politicians that put the law in place, they don't care. They don't give a fuck. They're never going to admit that this was wrong. They're going to continue to say, you know, we got a living wage now, which is fucking stupid because I was in Campbell on Sunday, went to eat somewhere, and they added a 3.5% living wage fee to my bill, which is like, I thought you guys were getting fucking $20 an hour for this. So the politicians are never going to admit that they're wrong. You know what I mean? They're just going to restaurants are going to have to find a way to make it up, right? And that restaurant decided, I'm going to give you a living wage fee. So I don't know if everybody does that. It's the first time I seen it. I don't know, Kristen. I don't know. You're more in the
Well,
Bay Area. I figure it's more
for
prominent over
me,
there.
again, I'm gonna go back to the robots, to the kiosks. These are not the jobs we want to save, right? If we're gonna give $20 to somebody, there's a or we're gonna give a raise. Let's not just say $20, because there's other trades
Hmm.
that need raises. You wanna? I don't think if you would have said that about teachers, people would have batted such a big, batted an eye, But we're trying to save these line staff jobs. For years, all this automation, all everything has gone easier. Line staff work has gone easier. But these are the people we want to give the raise to. We don't want to give. I wouldn't. We want to give the cops raises so that people can be like, instead of making big bucks, $20 at McDonald's, that's the motivation. I can just work at McDonald's. I can make $20. No, they just bumped up the police officers. Maybe I should just go back, get my GED, whatever I had to do to be that. Incentives to be other trades. You know,
Hmm.
we all know how we all know the number that UPS is making right now. 170,000. I don't know how many years you have to do that. Shit, Daniel. I
Hmm.
might I might have to poke around at UPS. you know? So it's like, where do we want, was this the plank we wanted to jump on? $20 to fast food workers. Nothing against fast food workers, but times are coming. The future's coming. Same thing. The reason why all those writers in Hollywood were protesting. AI is coming for you, bitch. AI is coming. You don't get to do that no more. You don't get to write no more for fun. You know? Now, whether you want to choose whether it's, oh, a human did it or a computer did it, that's a whole nother story, right? But
Yeah.
that's where I feel. You want to give $20 or you want to give a raise or a bump to somebody, give it to somebody taking farming kids, whoever. Man, I don't know what you guys are you know, somebody somewhere that's gonna benefit us more, where it's gonna push our people to be that, you know, not taking the low road and being like, well, if, you know, I could chill for 3 years here, depending on where you're living, you know.
Yeah. Hey, if the Rock can convince me that he could hold down a helicopter, I don't care if AI wrote it or a person wrote it. You know, that shit's dope.